Next method, last method in this initial basic feasible or in your first step. So after this we will be discussing the Modi algorithm or modified distribution method, which we will be using to find optimal solution. Now, so Vogel's approximation method, WAM method or penalty method, all these names are same. So just I am revising. In the first method, what we have done? In the first method, we went to a northwest corner cell and we have allocated in that particular cell, right? And in the second method, LCM, least cost method, we went to a cell, where least cost is present and there we have allocated, right? Now in this WAM method, we are calculating one more parameter which is known as penalty. So I am writing here penalty. We are calculating row penalties and column penalties also. The meaning of this penalty is the difference between two least costs, maybe in a row or maybe in a column. Let us say first we will be calculating the penalties for the rows, okay. So in this particular row, what is the least cost? This is your least cost. What about next least cost in this row? It is 8. Maybe any one, okay. So what is the difference between those two? It is 4. So the penalty for this particular row, it is 4. So similarly, you have to calculate penalties for other rows and columns also. You will come to know why we are calculating this. So please be patient. So here minimum cost, it is 8. What about next minimum? 11. The difference between these two, it is 3. See, always your penalty or always your difference, it is positive, okay. So penalties are always positive. So it is the difference between least cost and next least cost. So difference is always positive, okay. So what about here? Minimum cost, it is 6. Next minimum, it is 9. Difference between these two, it is 3. Now we have calculated row penalties. Similarly, calculate column penalties also. So 4, next minimum 10, this will be 6. So 6, 8, it will be 2. And 8, 9, it will be 1. So these are your penalties. Row penalty and column penalties. See, what is the meaning of penalty? Actual meaning of penalty. So just we will try to compare or relate that meaning here. What is the meaning of penalty? Maybe you might have heard. So if you are not maintaining minimum balance, you have to pay some penalty. Okay. So penalty means some amount, we can say extra amount or we can say fine. Penalty in the sense fine, right? Some sort of fine we can say. Okay. Now the meaning of this penalty. So let's try to understand the meaning of this penalty, okay. Let's come to this particular row. See, in this particular row, what is the definition of penalty? So it is the difference between two least costs in a row or maybe in a column. So in this particular row, penalty is the difference between, let us say, between these two. Okay. Now, the meaning of this penalty is, if you are not allocating here, that means instead of allocating here, if you are allocating here, you have to pay extra 4 rupees per unit. Let us take this column. This is the minimum cost. Okay. So if you are not allocating here, instead of allocating in this particular cell, if you are allocating in this particular cell, you have to pay extra 1 rupee. That is the meaning of penalty. Similarly, in this particular column, this is the minimum cost. So obviously we have to minimize the cost, okay. Whenever we are allocating, we have to allocate here only, right. Instead of allocating here, if I am allocating here, what will happen? I have to pay extra 6 rupees per unit. That is the meaning of penalty. Okay. Now you tell me, where should I allocate? In the maximum penalty column or maybe minimum penalty column? See, your maximum and minimum penalties may be in the row or maybe in the column. So here maximum penalty is in column, right? Maybe in some other questions, your maximum penalty may be in rows also. So here both maximum penalty and minimum penalties are there in columns. But maybe in some other questions, it may exist in rows also. So you have to compare all the penalties. All the penalties you have to compare. So maximum penalty is this one, minimum penalty is this one. So we are comparing between both rows and columns. Okay. So here minimum penalty is this one, maximum penalty is this one. Now you tell me, where should I allocate? Whether in minimum penalty column or maximum penalty column. So please answer this question. Okay, so please listen. I am just explaining once again what is meant by this penalty. See, penalty in the sense fine or extra amount. Okay. Now let us say this particular column. So what is the penalty? Penalty is the difference between minimum cost and next minimum cost in a row or in a column. We have calculated row penalties and we have calculated column penalties also. So other people also please listen. I am just repeating what is meant by penalty. So let us take this particular column. Here penalty is 1. Now the meaning of this 1 rupee. So generally it is rupees, okay. 1 rupee. Let us say it is rupees per unit. Rupees per unit because unit transportation cost, right? So, ideally speaking, the minimum cost is here, okay? So obviously you have to allocate in the minimum cost cell. In this particular column, I am not talking about entire matrix. I am talking about only this particular column. So if you want to allocate in this column, minimum cost is here, so definitely you have to allocate here. Now let us say instead of allocating here, if you are allocating here, okay? So you have to pay extra 1 rupee on each unit. That is what penalty. Okay. So here, in this particular column, ideally speaking, you have to allocate here because it is minimum cost cell. Let us say instead of allocating here, if you are allocating here, you have to pay extra 6 rupees per unit. That is the meaning of penalty. Okay. Now listen carefully. The answer is you have to allocate in maximum penalty column. So here it is a column. Okay. Maybe in some other questions, you may have maximum penalty in a row. Then you have to allocate in maximum penalty row. Now coming to the reason, okay, why we have to go for maximum penalty column or maximum penalty row. See, let us take this minimum penalty. People who said that we have to allocate in minimum penalty column. In this minimum penalty column, let us say instead of allocating here, if you are allocating here, okay, you just have to pay only a penalty of rupees 1. Okay. If you are not allocating here and if you are allocating here, you just have to pay a penalty of only rupees 1. Okay, that you can bear. Now let us come to this particular column. So here, if you are not allocating here and if you are allocating here, you have to pay extra 6 rupees penalty. Okay. So that means here you have to pay more penalty in this particular column. So if you are not allocating here and if you are allocating here, you have to pay extra 6 rupees, which is very big number. Okay. So to avoid this penalty, what you have to do is you have to come first here. So come to this particular maximum penalty column and allocate here first. Because after allocating we will be cancelling, right? Let us say if you are allocating here, you may cancel this particular row. You may. Then you will be missing this particular unit cost, right? So you should not miss that. That's why what you have to do, you have to come to the maximum penalty column first, come to maximum penalty column first and allocate here. Because if you miss this allocation, you have to pay a penalty of 6 rupees. So I hope it is understood why we are going for maximum penalty column. So please do reply. Have you understood or not? You have to go to the maximum penalty column. So people who said minimum. So Muhammad, Amrita also you said minimum. Kumar, okay. So everyone understood? Anurag, should I repeat? Okay, fine. So maybe in colleges you might have studied. You might have just remembered. You might have just remembered that we have to allocate in maximum penalty column or row. Maybe you might have remembered like that. But the reason is this one. Okay. So Anurag, for you I am repeating. So people who have not understood, okay, you can listen again. Okay. See, this is minimum penalty column. Anurag, this is minimum penalty column. If you are allocating here, if you let us say there are some reasons. Instead of allocating here, if you are allocating here, you have to pay a penalty of rupees 1 per unit, which is a small amount. You just have to pay a penalty of only rupees 1. If you are not allocating here and if you are allocating here, you just have to pay a penalty of rupees 1. But in this particular column, what is the minimum cost? Which is 4. Ideally speaking, you have to allocate here. Let us say, instead of allocating here, if you are allocating here, you have to pay a penalty of, or you have to bear a penalty of 6 rupees per unit, which is very huge amount. Okay. So maybe, let us say if you are allocating here, so you let us say you may be cancelling this particular column. That means you will be missing this particular 4, which is minimum cost. So, and you will be paying 6 rupees extra. Okay. So that is why you should not miss this particular cost. So if you are missing this particular cost or if you are missing allocation here, you have to pay a penalty of 6 rupees, which is very high. Okay. So that is why you have to allocate, you have to go to the maximum penalty column and you have to allocate here first, so that you will not be missing this particular minimum cost. Okay. So maximum penalty is this one. So maximum penalty column, minimum penalty cell, minimum cost cell. So minimum of these two, it is 50. So allocate 50 here, it will be 0. This will be 100. Okay. Now as this became 0, cancel this particular column. Fine. Now, again what you have to do is, again you have to recalculate the penalties because you have cancelled this particular column, right? So you have to calculate or you have to recalculate the penalties again. Remove this particular column, calculate the penalties again. What about the penalty here? So 8 minus 8, it will be 0. So minimum, next minimum, both are same. That is why it is 0. So 11 minus 8, it will be 3 only. 9 minus 6, it will be. So again recalculate penalties here. Now this column you have cancelled. So no need to calculate any penalty. So here it will be 2. Here it will be 1 only. So now you are having a tie between the penalties. So what is maximum penalty here? It is maximum penalty. This is also maximum penalty. So in least cost method, we have how we broke ties. We went to a cell where we can allocate maximum number of units. Now you just tell me how to break this tie. Where should I allocate? Whether here or here? Where should I allocate? So please reply. Again here also you are having tie between the penalties, right? So where should we allocate? Whether here or whether here? In this row or in this row? Where should we allocate? Any? Okay. So you are saying that we have to break ties arbitrarily. Okay. So please think. Okay. So please don't think much because so in LCM method, we went to a cell where maximum allocation is possible. But in VAM method, we cannot conclude. Okay. So we cannot conclude. You can break these ties arbitrarily or randomly. You can choose any value between these two. You will get same answer. But only for this question. Okay. See, whenever they are asking questions in GATE examination, they will frame questions in such a way that even if you are breaking these ties randomly, everyone will get same answer. But maybe in actual cases, maybe in some other questions, so if you are choosing this penalty, you may get different answer, and if you are choosing this penalty, you may get some other answer. Okay. But to maintain equality in GATE examination, they will be framing a question in such a way that even if you are breaking these ties randomly, you will get same answer. But in actual cases, you may get different answer also. But don't worry, because in GATE examination, they will frame this type of questions only. So in this question also, if you are breaking the tie randomly or arbitrarily, you will be getting same answer. Okay. Now I am taking this particular penalty. So in this particular penalty, this particular row, what is the minimum? This one. Allocate here 100 and this will be 0. This will be 50. Now as this became 0, cancel this particular row. So again you have to recalculate the penalties. So as you have cancelled this particular row, again you have to recalculate penalties. So here you will be getting a penalty of 2 and here again it is same 1. So here you will not be having any penalty. So here it will be 0 only and here you will be having a penalty of 3. So again maximum penalty is this. So allocate here, minimum cost is this one. So allocate 50 units here. This will be 0. This will be 200. Now as this became 0, you can cancel this particular column. See, whenever you are having only one column or one row, no need to calculate any penalties. You can just randomly allocate. Maybe you can allocate here first or maybe you can allocate here. It will not affect. So whenever you are left with only one row or one column, you can randomly allocate anywhere. You will get same answer. Don't worry. So allocate here. So I am allocating 100 here. So this will be becoming 0 and this will be 200. Now as this became 0, you can cancel this one. Now we are left with only 1, which is 200. Allocate 200 here. 0 and this will be 0. So calculate the total cost. Your total cost will be 50 into 4 plus 8 into 100 plus 8 into 100, 9 into 200. So this I think you will be getting rupees 3,900. Fine. So after each and every step, again you have to recalculate the penalties. So what is the procedure? calculate penalties, go to the maximum penalty row or column and allocate in minimum cost cell. After allocating, again recalculate penalties and again follow the same procedure. So you got 3900, I guess. So please reply any doubts regarding this. So Anurag, you are asking something, but 6,9, 1 because the minimum unit cost there. See here you cannot break ties, using any methods. We are not having any methods to break ties. So in LCM method as least cost was same. So we went to a cost cell where maximum allocation is possible. But here you will be having least cost as 8. Here you will be having least cost as 6. Okay. The allocation units are also different. Okay. So don't worry. Just break ties randomly or arbitrarily. You will get same answer. In gate examination, no need to worry. So maybe in LCM method, if at all they want to twist, they can twist and they can ask you to break the ties also. But in VAM method, they cannot ask. Okay. Definitely you will be getting different answer. But they will be taking care. Whenever they are asking question in gate examination, they will frame a question in such a way that even if you are choosing or even if you are breaking ties arbitrarily or randomly, everyone will get same answer. Okay. So I have taken this 3, right? You just take this 3 and solve. You will get same answer 3900. Okay. Shrimai, don't worry. I will dictate the procedure. Okay. Don't worry. I will dictate the steps. No need to worry. Because I know definitely you will be forgetting after some number of days. So if everything is clear, then I will dictate steps for this. Write down the steps or write down some points. First point, penalty is the difference between least cost and next least cost. Penalty is the difference between least cost and next least cost in a row or column. Penalty is the difference between least cost and next least cost in a row or column. So you have to calculate both row penalties and column penalties, right? Second point, go to the maximum penalty row or column. Go to the maximum penalty row or column. Go to the maximum penalty row or column and allocate in minimum cost cell. Go to the maximum penalty row or column and allocate in minimum cost cell. See, the meaning of this statement is, if maximum penalty is present in a column, then go to that particular column and allocate in minimum cost cell. Now let us say if this 6 is present here in a row, then you have to go to this particular row and you have to allocate in minimum cost cell. Okay. So if maximum penalty is present in column, you have to go to the column, and if maximum penalty is present in row, you have to go to the row. So you have to compare all the penalties. Okay. So among all the penalties, what is the maximum penalty? There you have to go and you have to allocate. Maybe it may be a row or it may be a column also. So I hope this point is clear, everyone. Next point, the allocation quantity should be minimum of supply and demand values. The allocation quantity should be minimum of supply and demand values. So again I am just revising. So in the northwest corner method, we went to a northwest corner cell randomly and we have allocated. In least cost method, we went to least cost cell and we have allocated. And in VAM method, we have compared two least costs and then we have allocated. See, in least cost method, we went to the cell where we are having least cost, right? Okay. But here we are comparing two least costs and then we are allocating. Okay. So obviously, definitely VAM method will give you a better solution when compared to LCM and NW methods. Okay. So among three methods, VAM method is best method, next LCM, next NW method. So I hope this is clear. Among these three methods, VAM, you have to give first preference to VAM method, next LCM, next NW method. Okay. So always you will be getting a better solution in VAM method. So step by step they have developed these methods. Okay. So NW method, it was not that much useful. So they have developed LCM method, which is better than NW method. And then they have developed VAM method, which is better than LCM method. Okay. So again, if you observe, in LCM also you got 3900 answer and in VAM method also you got 3900 as solution or transportation cost. Okay, it so happened only for this particular question. Okay, so maybe for the other questions in VAM method you may get lesser cost when compared to least cost method, because it is a better method when compared to LCM method. Okay, maybe in this question you got same transportation cost, but it is not applicable for all the methods. So it so happened only for this particular question. So I hope all the points are clear. So please reply if you are having any doubts regarding this. So please make this clear. So these are your initial basic feasible solutions: NW, LCM, VAM. So after this we will start with MODI method. So maybe not in this session, in the next session we'll be starting with MODI method. So it is little bit lengthy method, but still they can ask questions from that method also, because already we are having 1 or 2 questions in GATE examination. So they have asked questions from MODI algorithm also, modified distribution method. So as of now we just found some initial basic feasible solutions. See, you just count the number of allocations: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is m plus n minus 1? Again it is 5. See, whenever you are using NW method, LCM method or VAM method, definitely you will get m plus n minus 1 allocations. Okay. So if a solution is not having m plus n minus 1 allocations, you cannot solve, you cannot use MODI method and you cannot find the optimal solution. Definitely to apply MODI method on a given solution, definitely it should contain m plus n minus 1 allocations. So I hope it is clear. So any doubts regarding this? So please respond. So all the points I guess I have discussed. So if you are having any doubts regarding VAM, NW method, LCM method, anything, comparison between these three also, you can ask. So if you want to practice, maybe in LCM method we have taken one more question, right? ES previous year question. You can practice on, you can use that, you can solve the same question using VAM method also. So that is your homework. Okay. So just solve the same question using VAM method and just check what is the total transportation cost in LCM method and VAM method. Just try to compare them. Definitely you will get a cost which is lower than LCM. Okay. Maybe you may get equal or maybe definitely lower. Okay. So in the next session we will be starting with MODI method. Okay. So MODI method we will be solving 1 or 2 questions. So it is little bit of lengthy procedure. Don't worry. But still they have asked only one question. So where it was a 2 by 2 matrix, cost matrix. That question you can simply, you can easily solve, because it's just a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay. And after MODI method, we are having some special cases in transportation. That also we will see. Like generally transportation is applicable for, generally these algorithms are applicable when total supply is equal to total demand. So if total supply is not equal to total demand, what should we do? That we will see in special cases of transportation. Okay. And generally these algorithms are applicable for only minimization problems. That means transportation cost we are minimizing. So if it is a maximization problem, then what we have to do, that also we will see in special cases of transportation. Okay. So with that we will be finishing transportation models. After that we will be starting with assignment models also. So what are the artificial variables in simplex method? Okay, Kaushik, artificial variables we are not using in simplex method. Okay. In simplex method we have used only slack variables, which are S1, S2. Artificial variables we will be using whenever we are having mixed type of constraints. Okay. Like if in a single problem you are having greater than or equal type constraints and less than or equal type constraints. So whichever the constraints are greater than or equal type, there we will be using surplus variables and artificial variables also. Don't worry, that is not there in your syllabus. So generally we are not using them in simplex method, we are using them in big M method and two-phase method. So artificial variables and surplus variables, those we are using in big M and two-phase method. So already I made it clear, those are not there in your syllabus, don't worry. So please do prepare well and please do revise the things, okay. So before coming to the next class, just revise those things. And in LCM method we have taken one question, so please practice that question, maybe using NW method also. And maybe using VAM method also you can solve the same question. Like that you have to practice. Okay. So same questions you can practice with different algorithms. And just you can compare them also. Then also your knowledge will be improved. Okay. So you can have a difference. So what is the difference between these three methods? Then you will come to know.